you in a marriage? Anyone in a marriage? Anyone want to know how to keep their man? Well, Patty, I don't know if that's her name. Don't know her name. Maybe she'll introduce herself. The Happy Wife School. This is the Happy Wife School. I feel like I know that this house, like, you can't like live in it very comfortably. I feel like it's all. I feel like there's a sign in the bathroom that says like bathroom in it, and then it'll say like wash, bathe. It's Karen with a Y. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, she's here to tell us the best marriage advice for women, especially during the holidays, in a chat. I don't think you're gonna like it.
Hello, I'm Karen Seitz, the happiness
expert. It's literally Karen. Are you fucking serious? You weren't joking. You literally weren't joking. I thought you were doing a bit. That was well done. You got me. Karen jump scare. You got me, dude. That's my fault.
And welcome to the Happy Wife School.
Hello.
Today, I would like to have a little fun and share with women my best marriage advice to keep a peaceful, easygoing, calm relationship with your husband.
Yeah, calm relationship. It is the woman's job in the heterosexual coupling ritual to maintain the peace, because as we know, men are emotional babies.
Last week, I found this clip on a YouTube channel called Mike and Joelle. It is really cute. It's a married couple, and he plays jokes and comedy for her and then records her reacting. And they're all marriage jokes and husband and wife jokes, and they're really funny because they're so true.
The marriage and wife jokes. Just we love hating our wife. Hey fellas, is it gay to have a wife? God, I can't stand the old ball and chain. Mozone says you can't live in that house, but you can love longer and laugh in it. Ooh. I feel like it has live, very few laugh, and the love of Jesus Christ in it.
So we're going to watch this clip together. It encapsulates my best marriage advice, and then we're going to talk a little bit about it. So let's take a look together.
A woman goes to the doctor, worried about her husband's temper. The doctor asks,
"Those limes?
What's the problem?" The woman says, "I don't know what to do.
Was she pretending to observe the limes for this setup? She couldn't just be looking at the camera. She has to be like, "Oh, this is actually, I was observing all the limes we have. This husband of mine. This is candid."
Today, my husband seems to lose his temper for no reason. It scares me. The doctor says, I have a cure for that. Every time your husband seems to lose his temper, get a glass of water and start swishing it. Swish and swish, but don't swallow it until he either calms down or leaves the room. 2 weeks later, the woman comes back to the doctor looking fresh and reborn. The woman says, "Doctor, that was brilliant. Every time my husband started losing it, I would swish the water."
No one is saying anything. I thought, okay, so I haven't been saying anything because I thought she was going to say something or she was going to say something. But he just is the only one talking. What are we doing? We just full on uploading this guy's shit? Okie doke. In this video we're just taking this wholesale. This is what it's like with the boomers on the channel now, or probably Gen X. Good old Karen content, full body uploads without any sort of barely a reaction, nothing going on.
I swished and I swished.
Religious sniper wolf.
And he would calm right down. Uh-huh. But how does a glass of water do that? The doctor says the water itself does nothing. It's keeping your mouth shut that does the trick.
Like the woman? Wow. And she's going to think this is funny? She's going to be like, ha 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 ha. So that was just a sexist joke. Women are expected to wait for the man to finish speaking first, even if they shouldn't respond. Yeah, tell the joke. Hey, boo! We wanted a joke. Instead, all I got was women should shut up when I'm mad. All right, that is not what I... If Sarah doesn't talk to me when I'm mad, that makes me so mad. Are you fucking kidding me? Do talk. Do talk to me. You're in my life.
Oh, isn't that great?
No! What the fuck? Holy shit. Stockholm. Full on Stockholmed by patriarchy. Full on. Look, sexism is correct. Gotta laugh. Holy shit. We gotta save this lady.
I showed that to my husband over the weekend and he laughed so hard he fell out of his chair.
He fell out of his chair from the sexism joke because he fucking hates you? Wow. The way you frame this makes it look like the flowers on your head.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
Gingerbread fetus! 62 months! Good googly moogly, gingerbread fetus. I too am a sexist. That's right.
Because that's how true
That's right.
that
Big
clip
sexism.
is. So
That's how true it is. Is she... What? What kind of man wants to walk into a room, complain to their wife, and have her say nothing? Why are you complaining? What is the function of complaining? Isn't it to, like, talk about that? Aren't you here to, like, dish tea, bro? Don't we share a cup? You don't make tea for one when you got company. Not everybody's got a drink, but everybody can have a sip. Women talk, men. Bro, I talk. It is hard to get men to generate their own talking, though. That's true. But once you do, that woman, you are the source of your unhappiness sign is how it hits different. Yeah. See, here's the problem with men, including myself. If a man talks a lot, he's obnoxious. So fucking whoops. That's all we can do. Women, you are the source of your unhappiness. So I saw it, and I didn't like the kerning on these letters.
that's my best marriage advice, ladies, is learn to zip it. That's another clip I really like. I'll include in the comments below from Austin Powers. I think it's the second one where Dr. Evil is saying, zip it. We got to learn to keep our mouths shut because we let so many unnecessary comments, looks, sighs just fly out of our mouth that are provoking and
provoking. So why do you let your husband run the fuck over you? This is so crazy. Wife bad comment. Like, what the fuck?
I think I suffer from whiteness.
Oh no. I just can't understand how they can say these things and not observe them at all. How can you think that your best course of action is to let your husband berate you? We need to fucking SEAL Team 6 her ass out of there and get her in a safe house with a therapist immediately. What the fuck?
shame our husbands, make them bad and wrong. And if we could just learn to...
There is such a middle ground between shaming and belittling your husband and not talking at all in a conversation about something that upsets them. How is that? Dude, the Christianity. The white Christianity.
Things change almost overnight. This is one of the most important things that I learned in my marriage. It's one of the first things that I teach in my Happy Wife program to other women.
How is that going to make you happy? You literally have to brainwash them into thinking that the husbands aren't doing anything wrong and you are actually the source of your unhappiness. This is like fucking self-hating sin. Like, no wonder it works on the Christian crowd. Like, she is a Christian. She has other content where she talks about this biblically and stuff. But like, this is fucking nutty, dude. Her sign is the metaphor she's conjuring. Yeah.
to slow down and have the self-awareness of what's about to fly out of our mouth and the effect that that will have on our husband or other people in our lives, and that it creates totally unnecessary conflict, arguments, fighting, bad moods. It's not necessary. And we have the power and control to be in touch with ourselves, to catch when we're going to say something that is not necessary, that is hurtful, that is shaming, and just keep it shut.
Why are those the only options of things to say? Is that it? Why don't men have to do this too? I don't know. Yeah, why is this gendered, man? What?
When I was first learning this many years ago in my marriage, I had a little phrase I said to myself.
You had a coping mechanism when you talk to your husband? You had to repeat a mantra to get through a conversation with your betrothed? Bro, we have it. Sarah and I have it fucking good, apparently. What the fuck? No wonder their divorce rate was so fucking high. Jesus.
Which was, that we've all heard before, which was, when in doubt, leave it out. I would literally say that to myself when I had a little thought come through, or I was going to nitpick or criticize. I was like, whoa, wait a second. Is that necessary? So I thought I could.
Yeah, maybe he's just a piece of shit or incompatible. No. The mantra was don't stab him, don't stab him.
Give you just a few examples, ladies, of things that we might say, little remarks, things we talk about that create stress, again, that are shaming, that make our husbands bad and wrong. And ultimately, at the end of the day, don't make us feel good about ourselves. If we can catch these things, not let them fly out of our mouth, zip it, then we will feel better too. I love
the
in
whole
that
video. Is this it?
clip where when the
and she's not talking the whole time. Is that part of it?
The guy is telling the joke, the woman comes back to the doctor looking fresh and reborn. That this benefits us too, because
no, it doesn't benefit you to fucking listen to your husband bitch at you and not say anything.
when you can learn to keep it shut when you're about to say something that's hurtful or shaming or just completely inappropriate.
So we're saying hurtful, shaming, and then we go on to a third, inappropriate, which is very fucking vague, which makes especially Christian women that you're just telling, like, it's better if you just shut up. Like, what are you training these people to do, man? My advice is to just communicate honestly. That's it. You can certainly take the advice of don't be intentionally hurtful or disrespectful. Sometimes you might say something shitty. Try not to. That's fine. Try not to be shitty. You can be honest without being shitty. How is this not? God, should I be a therapist, chat? Hey, just don't be shitty. Are you being shitty? That's the mantra. Am I being shitty right now? Okay. Don't be shitty. Maybe you're still going to be shitty sometimes, but just try not to. It's okay. Your husband is your dad, and you have to respect him. I'm not dad. But I am daddy.
It shows you that you respect yourself, and it makes you feel really good about yourself, and your husband gets the benefit because it's part of respecting him too. So here's some examples.
It's not respectful to be fucking quiet at me. It's not respect.
When your husband goes for another beer or another drink or another plate of food, and you say, do you really think that's a good idea? Do you really want to do that? Are you really going to have another beer? Are you really going to have another serving of food? Or like looking at it and then rolling your eyes, and he sees that and it hurts him.
Okay. So don't. Yeah, okay. You can. The beer thing. Here's the beer thing though. So she coupled the food thing is like sort of a fat shaming thing, and it's like, okay, cool, but like, although prepare ahead of time and just have what you need the first time. Personally, but whatever. I'm a one plate kind of guy, but when it's about beer, like sometimes you gotta fucking ask, but. Maybe not the passive aggression thing. Maybe just regular aggression. Sometimes you just got to talk about, if someone's had a drinking problem, you just talk about it. They're not going to take it well because they have a drinking problem, and that's never been a good conversation to have with someone with a drinking problem. But that's what it's got to be. You could try the soft approach, and then you can. Sometimes you just got to be like, hey man, this feels like a problem. Lady, your husband does not need another beer. Fucking true.
Or if he's frustrated about something, you saying anything like, oh, calm down, it's not that big of a deal, or trying to manage.
Does she have the same advice for when men say that to women?
His reaction or his feelings, zip it. When he might be upset because of the way we're treating him, or he had a stressful day at work, and you say something like, well, don't take your bad mood out on me and the kids. Or
okay, well, that's valid as fuck. What do you mean don't take? Yep, actually true. You don't get to take that. What? You can express yourself. You don't have to be a fucking asshole. This is this is excusing men's behavior and making the problem worse. This is not going to make you happy. This is going to make you cope. This is literally cope. Not meme cope. She is training coping mechanisms.
if you're going somewhere, like, I don't know, Thanksgiving dinner, and you're running late, and you say something like, well, if you hadn't slept in, or if you hadn't watched so much of that football game, we wouldn't be running late right now. These are just some examples I thought of that I know have flown out of my mouth over the years.
But was it true? It can be true. It's definitely my fault I sleep in sometimes, that's for sure. But Sarah's no better, so, we don't really shit on each other for it. Did he hit you? Yeah, what the fuck? Sometimes it's like, yeah, you can make better life choices, Brad, or whoever.
Critiquing his driving.
Critiquing his driving. Is he bad at driving? If you're an unsafe driver, I'm fucking telling you. I'm in the car with you, dog. What the fuck? I'm not about to. Men are often aggressive drivers. I agree. Yeah, I don't like your dad driving me either. Your dad's way too aggressive.
Making fun of him. This is a big one. Making fun of him, cutting him down, making sarcastic jokes about him in front of him with the kids or with your family.
So this is true of everyone, but you can josh each other. You can josh around
with his family. That is incredibly shaming and makes him wrong and bad, and it's going to cause him to react. Remember, ladies, our behaviors have consequences.
What is wrong with salami? So I've been with my partner, my nesting partner, normie boyfriend, for almost, I love that he's normie boyfriend, for almost 17 years. If conflict happens, we address it immediately, and whoever's at fault apologize. Yeah, that's just normal. That's super normal. Sometimes you have to learn that with each other. Like, I'm a very direct person, and Sarah grew up Catholic. So it took some time, but, she's pretty direct too. And so it wasn't that big of a deal. But, like, it takes a little bit of, learning each other, but I definitely agree that you just got to air your grievances. Everyone has to be more honest with everybody all the time. Everyone's friendships will be better for it. Everyone's relationships will be better for it. Your parents' relationship with you will be better for it. Like, this is just not, like, just be honest with each other. You don't have to be, like, fucking mean honest. You don't have to be, like, judgy. Just be honest. This one, thanks for the biddies. The only sign we have in our house is please don't summon demons in the bathroom. Hers is just unpleasant. It really does suck. You sent me a very important question. Where? And on what platform? On Discord? Ooh. What's your idea with it, though?
Complaining or venting about his mother or your mother or his family or your family, totally unnecessary. So these are just a few examples I thought of to give us, and that should spark some ideas of the things you let fly out of your mouth or the looks you give that, again, make your husband bad and wrong, make him feel bad about himself, and cause stress and tension and fighting and bickering in the relationship. That if you could just do this one thing of keeping it shut, of zipping it, you will see dramatic changes in your marriage. And you will also see a dramatic change in how you feel about yourself. It's a simple way to begin to have integrity and build your character as a woman. Feel good about yourself. Let your husband get the benefit. And again,
let your husband get the benefit. Man, I really, as a man, I hate the like deference that this kind of trad shit pays towards men. It makes me feel like a little boy, dude. Like, and maybe that's what these fucking guys want. Man, I'm not to be coddled. I'm a fucking adult, man. This is so icky. I hate it. The infantilizing, man. Feel good about yourself. Be a fucking doormat. Facts. Lily nailed it. This is so fucking bad.
Peaceful, calm, easygoing relationship with your husband. This can also be applied to any relationship.
No, it can't. Sarah and I had such a peaceful relationship, and it didn't start that way. Like we've been like, we're just so copacetic now, man. And it just takes time. You just gotta learn how to be together. And you gotta unlearn your bad habits from, whatever you picked up along the way. Learn better ones. It's nice. It's really nice. It doesn't have to be this fucking man v woman shit all the old people tell you. Like, every motherfucker with gray hair seems to have bad advice about this shit. Let me tell you something. As a man getting gray hair, right here, I've been getting these gray hairs for like 6 years now. We gotta get on with it a little bit. I think a little more salt and pepper going.